Hey guys, in this video, I'm gonna share with you 17 essential tools for entrepreneurs. These are some of the tools that I use on a day-to-day basis and tools that I found that to be absolutely critical in our business, so I can't wait to share them with you. Hey, it's Bryan Dulaney, top 1% of all marketers and funnel experts in the world, and I'm on a mission to help you launch your expertise, grow and scale your business, and build your legacy. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna talk about 17 essential tools for entrepreneurs that I personally love. And the first one is gonna be my favorite, of course, and that's a platform called ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a tool that I specifically use for my business and generating leads and selling stuff, right? I don't use it for membership sites. I don't use it for other things. There's certain things that I don't use it for, okay? It technically can handle some of those other things, but I primarily, in my business and in the business of the many clients and partners that we serve, we use ClickFunnels for our lead generation and our selling, okay? That's primarily what it's designed for, okay? Now, outside of ClickFunnels, people ask me all the time, well, Bryan, what do you use for membership sites? And you can use ClickFunnels, okay? It can serve you in that capacity. I prefer to use Thinkific. So that's what we use. We plug into Thinkific. There's another platform or tool called Zapier. And Zapier is great because what Zapier does is Zapier connects platforms together. So let's say I make a sale on ClickFunnels, okay? It processes through our merchant account. We use Stripe and some other platforms, okay? So we need to get that information into Thinkific because Thinkific doesn't have a direct integration with ClickFunnels as of right now. So what do we have to do? Well, we use a platform called Zapier, Z-A-P-I-E-R, and Zapier will allow us to connect the two platforms together, and it's like the bridge, right? So you got ClickFunnels, you have Zapier, and then over here you have Thinkific, okay? So that's how the lead goes from making the purchase into the membership site, okay? I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions at all through this content of this video, please drop a comment below this video. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have, and I look forward to hearing from you as well. All right, so what else? I like to use Wistia. Out of all the video platforms, you could use YouTube, you could use Vimeo. I prefer to use Wistia, okay, in most scenarios. Now, the thing that I would warn you about Wistia, or thing to be cautious about, if you're gonna do a big product launch and you're gonna get 1 million visitors to your website during that launch, you probably don't want to use Wistia because Wistia charges on bandwidth and usage. So you might end up with a fat bill at the end of that product launch. Now, for most people, you're never going to do a product launch like that. You're never going to have 1 million visitors in a week or two, right? Like that's not going to be your reality. So Wistia, we use them for our sales videos. Those are our sales pages. Those are thank you pages. That's our upsell pages. We like Wistia because Wistia has some functionality around it. It plays seamlessly on the phone, which over 60% of users are mobile in most cases. And so we need video to play and we need video to be engaging. And what I found is that Wistia trumps using YouTube or using Vimeo Pro, okay? Now, if you're gonna do a big product launch, maybe use Vimeo Pro because it can handle a bunch of bandwidth and they're not gonna ding you for that usage of that number of users, all right? So that's another tool that I recommend, okay? Chambord. Chambord is an amazing tool. It's a tool that Google promotes. If you search Google Chambord, you'll find Google Chambord. It's at my home office, and at my home office, I have a Chambord on my wall. I use my Chambord as my whiteboard tool, okay? So it's a whiteboard tool. It has like 20 different slides. I can go from one slide to the next, and the cool part about Chambord is it connects me right up to the internet, and I can live stream straight through my my Google Chambord to a Hangout, and I can simultaneously stream to all of my team and the devices that they have at their houses or their offices, right? So that's why I love Chambord. It's a whiteboard. I love whiteboards. That's just how I roll. I like to see things visually. Chambord, it is an investment, and then there's an annual fee. It's like $650 a year to renew your membership with them. But to me, it's an invaluable business expense at the end of the day because, again, I love to draw. I draw on paper. I draw on the Chambord. And the Chambord is really cool for meetings because, you know, it's really helpful when you're able to, you don't have to erase stuff every time. You just draw on one board and then go to the next side of the board, right? So Chambord is a really cool app. Now, from an analytics perspective, Personally, I think everybody should be using Google Analytics. Google Analytics is a great platform. They've built their whole tool around using that platform. Another platform that we've used over the years is Wicked Reports. Okay, so you can try Wicked Reports. There's a setup fee. It's a little bit more robust. It's a little bit more complicated. You'll need someone to help you set that up. Okay, but if you want more detailed analytics, like a much deeper dive into tracking, like where your sales are coming from, which platforms and where and all that fun stuff, then maybe you want to go down the path of checking out Wicked Reports. Okay, it's a great tool. Definitely use Google though. Definitely use the capacity that Google Analytics gives you. I encourage you to tie that into everything that you're doing. All right. Now, another tool that I like is Meister. Now, if you don't want to go buy a Chambord, but you still like to mind map stuff and like to see your business at a high level, I recommend this platform called Meister. Okay, I've been using it for probably a decade now. I remember using it back when I first started. And Meister's it's a mind mapping tool, right? Real easy to use. You'll see. Play around with it. They've got free trials over there, and it's a fun little tool that you can use to mind map and draw stuff out, do charts, do diagrams, all that type of fun stuff. Okay. All right. What else? Voxer. Okay. If you have your phone, Voxer's a great app. It's like a walkie-talkie. We use that with clients. So when a client comes into what we call a development or the build phase of our business, or even the optimization and scale, where we're running ads or we're launching their offers, we're optimizing their whole business, we'll use Voxer. Voxer's great because it's like someone has a question, you don't want to have to send an email or send a text message, but maybe one of your clients has a question and it's going to take a little bit of explaining to do. Then Voxer is a great platform. Okay, so I personally use Voxer with relationship to my clients. They love it. They're able to get questions answered really fast. They don't have to wait like hours or days to get a response from an email. Okay. Personally, I try to stay out of the email as much as possible because it's not the highest and best use of my time. I give that to someone else on the team. They can manage the emails, and then I can just deal with the things that have high priority. Okay. What's another app? Well, I use Google Docs a lot, and I also use Evernote. So Evernote, I've used that. Google Docs, really they're essentially the same thing. So you can use Evernote if you want, or you can use Google Docs if you want. The cool part about Google Docs is you can share it. Same thing with Evernote, but Google Docs, you can share it, you can make it public, you can make it editable. A lot of times I have a lot of documentation in Google Docs, and then maybe I'll share it with an attorney. My attorney will make some comments on it, and then I can adjust those comments, make the changes, download the PDF, and then send it off to the client, right? So I love Google Docs. Evernote, I've used that in the past. Again, it's really preference. A lot of times when I'm doing presentations that require scripts, I like to use Evernote because I can have Evernote on my computer, I can have Evernote on my phone, I can have Evernote on my iPad, and I can have it right in front of me, and I can just scroll through the Evernote while I'm focused on the presentation. Okay, so Evernote is a great platform. Okay. Canva is really great for design. So if you need something quick and easy, quick and dirty, like Canva is a great tool. It's free. Most of the images are free there. You can upgrade, get some other images for free, pay them super cheap. There is tons of applications that you can use with Canva. So if you don't have a personal designer that's going to custom design around your brand, Canva is a great tool. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy. Pretty much anybody can use Canva, and that's how the tool is built. Okay, QuickBooks. QuickBooks is another essential tool for entrepreneurs. I don't know if you're running your books or if you have an accountant running your books or a bookkeeper. Personally, we have people that manage that stuff, but QuickBooks is a great platform for managing your books, right? I'm pretty sure you've heard of QuickBooks. QuickBooks is a great platform, and they've dialed that software in so it's user-friendly. Okay, so that's who we use. Also, there's an app called MindMint. Or Mint, actually Mint, not MindMint, that's something else. But there's an app called Mint. Mint is an app that allows you to manage your finances, whether it's business finances or it's personal finances. And so you can kind of see like where your money's going. It just basically tracks all the money you're spending, and then you can categorize it into different buckets. Super useful tool for planning, for seeing where your money's going, quite frankly. Okay, it's good to kind of see where all your money's going, where you're spending it. Or if you have a team, you want to know like, okay, what's the team spending money on? And you can see where things are being allocated towards as well. Okay. Now, another tool that I found useful, not only for myself, but for our clients as well, is Prompt Script Pro. Prompt Script Pro. So Prompt Script Pro is it's an iPhone app. You can download it. You can basically take your scripts, push it over to the PromptScript Pro, and then literally you just pick up your phone and you can start reading the script and talking into the camera, and it doesn't even look like you're reading a script. Okay, so that's important, right? If you're doing a lot of video production, you're doing a lot of videos, you're creating a lot of content, which I would encourage you to do, then PromptScript Pro can be a great platform. Now, I recommend more of your sales stuff be scripted, right? Like there's certain copy, there's certain hooks and stories and the way in which you make offers that should probably be scripted, at least in the beginning. And then when you get good at it, you can come off the cuff. And then all your content stuff like that I'm doing right now, you know, it's not scripted. Like I didn't script this content. I wrote down some bullet points of what I want to talk about, and now I'm just openly having a conversation with you about it, right? So that's how I recommend doing it. You don't want to script everything because then everything feels canned and scripted, and people can feel that, right? You can feel when it comes off scripted. Now, if you're gonna script, I recommend you practice that thing like 20 or 30 times before you actually deliver on it, right? Don't rely on the script to carry you through and then just never practice and then do it one time. That's where you're gonna fall into some troubles. Your conversion rates are gonna dip because it can be, it's felt, right? Like you can feel that when someone's reading a teleprompted script through a video, okay? So you don't want to have that feel on it, right? So anyways, PromptScript Pro, that's a great platform, okay? Dropbox is great. I'm sure you've either using Dropbox by now or you've heard of it. It's a great platform to throw files into, share with your teams. We use Dropbox a lot with our clients and even internally. Dropbox is a great platform, or you can use Google Drive. Google Drive works as well. Okay, it's a storage device. So if you have, let's say you do a new photo shoot, which I recommend you do. If you're an author, a speaker, coach, you're a thought leader, you're an expert, you should be doing a couple photo shoots a year that are scheduled in your calendar, 3 or 4 photo shoots a year. You can use all that content for social media, for advertising. All of that is gold, okay? And they don't have to be all pro stuff. It can be candid, it can be with your family, it can be in your house, in your office, out and about, you know, based on your brand, right? But Dropbox is a great place to have your, the photographer throw all the files into Dropbox, and then they exist in that Dropbox folder, all right? Again, if you have any questions about any of these platforms, be sure to drop a comment below this video, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have about any of these platforms. These are some of the essential tools for entrepreneurs that I found along my journey, and tools that I use all the time, like practically every day, okay? Another platform that I like is Spotify for music. Love Spotify for music. I used to use Pandora for music. Now I use Spotify. Spotify is great because you can create your own playlists, and there's some cool stuff that you can do there. Right? That is a fee, I believe. I think it's a monthly continuity fee that they charge. And then Wufoo or Typeform, okay? So Wufoo and Typeform, if you need to capture surveys, Wufoo and Typeform is great. What I like about Typeform is that you can do a lot of different conditional situations, right? So based on the response is what the next question can be, or based on the response is where you can send them afterwards, right? So for example, let's say you have a $25,000 program and someone has to apply for that program. Okay, we have a $25,000 program, people apply for it. And then if you answer the question if you answer the question one way or they answer the question the other way, you can go down and we can send people down 2 different pathways, which I think is pretty cool. So if someone answers the question with a yes, then they can schedule a call. If they answer the question with a no, then thank you, no call will be actually scheduled, right? Okay, so it's a way of like just segmenting the way people are responding to your forms, right? So I love both platforms. Both platforms are great, and they're both a monthly continuity as well. Okay, what else? Slack. We use Basecamp for project management. So Basecamp I've been using for like a decade. And Slack is a newer tool we've been using. I use those with some of my internal teams. Slack's just, think about it as like, it's like a project management tool. So it's a place where all of your team can congregate, communicate, and everyone can be in the loop. Okay, it's super important when you have 20, 30 people that are on a project or in your company. Like, how's everyone getting updated? How's everyone staying on the pulse of what's going on in the company? Well, Slack's a great platform for that. Basecamp's a great platform for that. Basecamp has the same functionality as Slack. It's just a different user experience, right? So personally, like I use Slack with our ad department. So my entire advertising team and the people that are responsible for being in that whole conversation, we use Slack. Whereas we use Basecamp for project management and clients and the interaction of that type of stuff, okay? What else? Fiverr. Fiverr's another platform that I like. Fiverr's just a great platform just to know about. If you're not used it or haven't ever used it, it's just a great place. You can find good stuff there and you can find stuff that's not so great, right? So you really have to dig, do your homework, do your research. But that's another platform that I wouldn't recommend getting logos designed on Fiverr or book covers designed on Fiverr. Now you can if you're on a budget, but I recommend, like, if you're gonna design something, have it designed, you know, a top above the rest, right? That's my personal opinion. But Fiverr's a great platform, so don't dismiss it, because you can find really great freelancers, you can find really great people and really great opportunities over at Fiverr, okay? So those are 17 different and essential tools for entrepreneurs that I found. I use many of these things every single day, okay? So if you have any questions about the resources here in this video, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Just drop a comment or a question below this video, and happy to support you. Again, if you need any help launching your expertise, growing and scaling your business, or building your legacy, my team and I would be happy to help you. That's what we do day in and day out. So check out bryandulaney.com, head on over there. You can see there's 3 different categories of offers. We have the do-it-yourself stuff. So we have books and webinars and courses. And then after that, we've got Done With You, which is our mastermind, which it's our coaching and our mastermind program. And then in our agency, we have everything done for you. So everything from branding to copywriting to video production to product development, funnel development, all that type of fun stuff. Again, I'm here to help you. My team and I are here to serve you, to help you launch your expertise, grow and scale your business, and build your legacy. And if you need any help, be happy to help you in any of those areas.